What's going on, guys? So in today's video, I want to talk about 4 ways to become more social simply through visualization. Now, if you're thinking on how to be more social, what to say to start a conversation, even how to keep a conversation going or how to gain more confidence, this is all great, but you are missing the point. And the point is that if you're stressing about how to really be more social and all that kind of stuff, it will not last, whatever efforts you're trying to put forward. So the best way is to be more social. And how do you do that? With visualization. All right, tip number 1 is if you're focusing solely again on being more social, that's great. And you can do the effort. Perhaps you have a goal to meet, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 new people every day. That is great, and you definitely want to do that. However, the best thing is to actually focus on practicing success in your mind first. How do you do that? Begin to see yourself, actually being more social in your head, that you're greeting people, that you are actually saying hello and starting a conversation. You don't have to visualize exactly what you're saying, but you want to visualize that people are actually being super happy to see you, super happy to meet you, and that they're actually just happy to be around you. And you want to visualize those things as you see yourself taking action, because in this way you're practicing for success rather than practicing for failure, as you do whenever you think of all the doubts that you have in your head in terms of what might go wrong, what if I don't know what to say next, or how do I even start this conversation. All this stuff doesn't matter. Even your body language doesn't matter, because everything will be taken care of simply when you visualize and you see yourself being more social successfully. All right, so the second tip to be more social is be specific with the type of places that you're going to be more social at. So in other words, if you are, if your everyday life and your weekends are comprised of work, gym, coffee shops, that kind of stuff, or maybe you go hiking on the weekends or whatever it is, you don't want to be visualizing something where you're going to a club or something like that, of course. So with this kind of stuff, you want to really simply focus on those specific situations, on those specific venues, so that you can begin to not only manifest these type of situations for you, but you can also begin to train your mind that you are social in this situation. So it could be, again, at the gym, it could be at a coffee shop, that you see yourself, as you walk in, you say hello to the first person that you encounter, and then you're waiting for your coffee, so you say hello to the person next to you, and they're super excited to see you, and they're like, wow, you know what, I want to buy you some coffee, which of course happens to you all the time. People are always giving you stuff for free because you are super friendly, have great energy. And so that is the kind of story and the kind of visualization you want to have in your head. But be specific with the type of place. For example, if you're traveling, if you travel a lot for work, you might be visualizing yourself being social on the plane, being social at the airport, being social, as you travel to different destinations. So again, whatever your life is comprised of, focus on visualizing success in those specific situations and those specific, venues or places. All right, the third tip is really about conquering your biggest fears when it comes to being social. So perhaps your biggest fear is talking to a specific type of person or a specific type of situation. Maybe it's a group of people that you're most afraid of. Whatever it is, whether it's talking to a very attractive person that you find very attractive, maybe it's a high status person that you have a perception that they're very high status, so they intimidate you. Whoever that person is, or even if it's a group of people, visualize yourself being social with them specially, because when you visualize that, the fear will come up, and because your mind can't tell the difference between what's imagined and what's actually happening. So the more you do it and you visualize it successfully, you train your mind that you are going to be, you train your mind to get used to that situation, first of all. Even if you're not doing it on a regular basis, you will begin to do it from an action standpoint, because the mind will begin to get trained in that way. But also, even without having to do it, you will begin to feel more comfortable talking to those kind of people. So if you're being more social to meet a certain kind of person or to have certain kind of situations, then you want to visualize those specific situations so that you become a master at it. You want to master it in your head. The other thing is, again, that you will become more comfortable with it. And with all this stuff, people will feel your energy. They will feel that you're someone that's social, someone that is comfortable with themselves and in those social situations as well. So visualize specific venues, as I mentioned in tip number 2. Visualize specific people that you're talking to, especially the ones that intimidate you the most, because then talking, whether in your head or in real life, talking to other people besides them will be that much more easy, because you've already talked to the person or the group of people that intimidate you the most. So that is tip number 2. Let's go on to the next tip. All right, tip number 4 is an incredible tip to really become even more comfortable and confident socially. So we've talked about, visualizing yourself in specific situation, visualizing success, and visualizing specific type of people, especially the ones that intimidate you the most, as part of you being social. So now the next thing you want to visualize, besides them being very happy to see you and all that kind of stuff, is you want to visualize this kind of people in these specific situations approaching you. So you want to see yourself almost like a celebrity or like the owner of every place. So they come up and they say, you want to visualize them saying, what are they going to say to you? For example, they could say, you have great energy. I had to come over and meet you, or I don't know, I feel like I've known you forever. All this kind of stuff will happen, by the way, especially the more you do it and the more you believe it. But more than that, you will also feel more confident and comfortable with approaching people, because you would already feel that you have that permission, because they all want to meet you already. They've already come up to you in your mind. And so try that, as well as, again, visualize what are they going to be saying to you. Are they touching you? Are they being super friendly? Are they being super happy to see you and excited? What are they doing? Visualize it very specifically in terms of what their actions are and what they're saying. And again, the more specific you are with this, the more powerful it is. So to really summarize everything, visualize what your actions and visualize them being successful. Visualize the specific venue, visualize the specific type of people, especially the ones that intimidate you the most. And visualize these kind of people in these kind of scenarios or venues approaching you and wanting to meet you and wanting to hang out with you and all that kind of stuff. So those are the 4 ways to become more social, simply through visualization. All right, try it. Let me know what happens. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel, hit the bell button for notifications, and we'll see you at the next one. Oh, and one more thing. If you want to gain more confidence and go through the whole process of really creating an incredible vibe, then check out the free course that I've made down below. All right, we'll see you next time.